tomorrow's solutions, today.
Hello everybody and welcome back to MegaCorp and of course to Stellaris, where unfortunately the MegaCorp free traders are still a little bit in debt.
Research actualized.
We've done some research, we've got silicon life forms. We'll cover these as they popped up. Some kind of burrowing silicon-based life form inhabits a vast network of tunnels beneath this the barren surface of Witris 4A. As best we can tell, the creatures feed off rock, and there is evidence to suggest that they possess a rudimentary form of intelligence. Their tunneling efforts have shuffled large amounts of valuable minerals to the surface. Intriguing. The Lachax Kingdom entered into a commercial pact with the Hifnar League. They now seek to prosper together. Well, that's probably quite nice for them. We've got mining station output increased, and also nebula refineries. Alloy mega forges. We could build these. Ooh. That would be quite nice. Robot modification points, robot modding. Extra research. That would be quite nice, definitely. Destroyer build speed and build cost down. I think the alloy mega forges, though, are what we want. Let's go and make sure that we've got a scientist who is at least good with these sorts of things. Plumber's Mech. You're pretty good with industry. I would like you to be the scientist here, so you're going to swap over. That does mean now that Mad Cat needs a new scientist. No, Mad Cat does not. Mad Cat needs to go and research a new area. So let's get that happening. In fact, Mad Cat, if you can search these areas, would be quite nice. But where is? Did I actually swap you around? I don't know. Let's have a quick look at all these notifications, though. Okay, that's the trade pact. And we have closed borders with the Imperium of Vitri. What are you? There, it doesn't matter to me. And probably the same thing. Campla. Okay, I do seem to recall that there were a couple of you that weren't exactly friendly toward me. Let's keep Map the Stars going. That's super useful for us right now. Okay, so let's have a quick gander at that. Let me just confirm. Yes, neither one of you are particularly happy with us. That's fine. We don't much care about that one. But did we not swap over Plumber's Mac? Let's go and have a quick gander. Is Plumber's Mac there now? Yes. Now, from what I understand, the specialization will tend to encourage certain texts to appear, so I'm alright with that. That's why we're getting so many that have computing, though we're not actually looking into one of those right now. Scientist is available. Let's see which of my science ships lacks a scientist. I would have thought it would have shown it. There, Witris. There we go. Very well. I am Basado. You are now in command. Enjoy. But we're going to need to get a little bit more
market
cash
survey completed.
flowing. We've got the vessel in the Tiamat system. Okay, strange objects. The Daleth aliens. Life signs I've detected coming from inside the atmosphere of this gas giant. Could it indicate the presence of some kind of biosphere? Let's research that. Also, interesting. Let's immediately research this one. There we go. It'll only take us 5 months, so that's not too bad at all. Ooh. What are you? Oh, it's the space whales. The Teanaki, I believe. Yes. There we are. That's fine then.
Survey complete.
Okay, they've entered into a non-aggression pact with the Abjgan Confederate States. Okay, so they're all kind of working hard together. That's interesting. Not exactly what I want to see, though. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm a little concerned. I don't like seeing my my potential enemies prospering together. No. Night Clan has finished its work over here. Very well. Could you quickly survey these systems as a priority in this order, so that we cover the systems that might be taken away from us first? There we go. That'll help out a little bit. All right. You know what? We haven't checked in a long time. Let's check on our piracy. How are we doing over here? It's very low. Over here, it's a bit of a problem. Max piracy is minus 3.85. Let's see. Because trade value is greater than piracy suppression, current piracy will grow to its maximum value in 3,547 days. Okay, that's not so bad. What about down here, though? I don't think we've got anything protecting down here. Current piracy is... Okay, actually, it isn't going to take that long for that to build up. Can we do something about you? Can we increase your trade protection, perhaps? Because the trade moving through this area is now 13. Yeah, let's try and fix you up a little bit. See what we can do. Well, resource silos probably be what we'd need. We'd need to switch this to hangar bays. Or one of these to hangar bays. Do I want to get rid of an anchorage? No, I don't really. What we could do instead is upgrade Neath's space yard, Duke Station. Got a trade hub here. We could upgrade that. I'm not sure. Yeah, if we upgrade this to have a hangar bay, then that'll help out a fair chunk. So, sure, let's upgrade that to a starhold. It's going to take us a little while to do, but should help us out in the long run. But before we continue, let's slow things down so we can actually get some time passing. I would like to enter into another trade agreement. We've discovered a thriving ecosystem in the upper atmosphere of this gas giant, Witcher's 3. Massive floating creatures, having evolved bodies filled with lighter than air gas, follow the wind currents and the feed of the energy released by the gas giant's frequent lightning storms. These beings in turn support colonies of smaller animals that prey on atmospheric plankton and each other. How lovely. Right. Let's have a look at you. We ultimately want to try and get you on board. We want to make you into a friend. So let's have a quick gander. What kind of trade? Favorable trade deal is decreasing. So let's give you another favorable trade deal. Let's increase this a chunk. I want energy credits, and I will give you consumer goods. How about that? Let's give you a good bit of consumer goods in exchange for an enormous amount of energy that will hopefully see us through to the point where we don't need to worry about our energy any further. There you go. Confirm. Let's see how that went. Hopefully it went well. Favorable trade deal, +4. Okay, so 2 years, and that'll be down. Okay. Where do we need to get you, actually, for the commercial pact? That's quite a lot, actually. That's an awful lot. Number of, if not commercial pacts, -30. From research agreement, distance is a problem there. Migration treaties, -59. I mean, if we can get some treaties, it would be nice. Guarantee their independence, maybe? Perhaps we should try and focus on a research pact for now. But the commercial pact would be really what I want. Problem being that distance and the base are working against us, plus the number of commercial pacts they've already gotten. Maybe if we could get the non-aggression pact, that would be a good one. Relative power of empires, opinion. If we can pull their opinion up. It's decaying right now. We need to get their trust to increase, not decay. Target Cassius Belly. Alright, well let's have a look at the other nation then. They might be an easier one for us to build up to. Commercial pact. No. Wow, they've got a lot of commercial pacts. Wow. Alright. Well, that's going to be even harder then. We're going to have to do quite a lot of work to be able to build up to this. That is quite a shame, actually. I was really hoping
Future
that we might be
market
able
survey
to
complete.
work on that a little bit better, but alright.
Special project
Thank you.
actualized.
Let me have a look at this then. A cursory scan of the planet's surface reveals a weak signal pulsing into the darkness of space. Research that for me, please. The space-borne lifeforms, which the Void-Ferret head of Society Research has come to refer to as the Tianaki, are docile creatures capable of accessing some lower dimension of subspace. They roam from system to system with remarkable ease. They graze on gases from the upper layers of many gas giants. It is highly unlikely, to say the least, that this is their only food source, but the intake of other nutrients has yet to be observed. They will rarely, if ever, attack. Even when provoked, they can safely be ignored. Hunting them would be a net loss anyway. Very well, I don't want to hunt them. I am happy with the space whales being space whales. Ooh, Blue Rose. Let's have a look at your population. Do we have any robots yet? We have got none yet, but we are manufacturing one. This is quite nice. I'm very pleased to see it. In terms of our workers, well, we've got 9 jobs. Have a look. How did the workers split up? Can I break that down? We're not working on any of the minerals right now. Got 2 technicians currently working. Well, I may as well have you working on one or t'other. Trade value. Yeah, go ahead. Work on trade value for now. There you go. I'll allow the other job to be taken as soon as we can. Because trade value does generate energy. It's just that technicians generate a lot more. Could we get another generator? We could. Alright then. It'll take a little while, but once that's finished, we'll swap you over to a generator job then. That seems like a reasonable thing to do. How are we looking over here? We've got quite a lot of workers over here, actually. Let's pause that for a moment. We've got at least 1 extra technician. There we go. That'll do nicely. I wonder what this number is. Oh, it's probably the faction they belong to. Yeah, this is the different factions. Right. That's pretty cool. The birth of space piracy. As interstellar trade between our systems continues to grow, a large group of faithless criminals from the East have illegally converted a number of civilian starships into weapons of war. These heretics have started calling themselves the Smiling Disciples. Oh, what a loving name. And are responsible for several attacks against our vulnerable trade routes in Azir. Their profane activities must not be allowed to continue. Very well.
Starbase under assault.
Let's go and have a look then. What? Oh my lord, this is going to be like shooting fish in an especially shallow barrel. Not even really a roasting tin, frankly. You just got a lot, and the big fish too. They don't even fit in the tin. It's basically like shooting tuna in a pan made for roasting a beef joint. It's awful. Nevertheless, we're going to do it, and we'll probably take some reasonable amount of enjoyment out of watching it transpire. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and check on our harmony. We're not being particularly harmonious right now. Anything here would give us extra monies? No. Diplomatic influence cost and pop growth from immigration increase. That would be nice. But let's continue on through this. While in the defensive war with another empire, ship build speed is increased by 33%. In addition, the ship fire rate is increased by 15% for ships within your borders. And I'm assuming that is both of those effects during the defensive war. I don't think we're going to be in any defensive wars anytime soon, but we'll do this. Now, will our ships get here in time is the question. Limbo. The signal originates from the remains of an antenna-like structure. Exploratory probes were dispatched from the FC math machine to the surface to investigate the matter more closely. What Science Officer Ambassador found was a cavernous vault that, while easily pried open, was evidently the last safe house and refuge of some long-dead race of aliens. While reasonably technologically advanced, it seems they never reached for the stars and perished to some planet-wide natural disaster. The vault is immense, housing thousands upon thousands of black boxes that FC Math Machine has determined to be data storage devices. A special project has been prepared to decode their contents.
Situation log revised.
We will begin the research immediately. Math Machine, could you inject that into the front of the queue? Thank you. That should be pretty interesting. Right, are our ships here? Yes, they're coming in quickly now because our starbase is actually going down. There we go. I don't know what you just shot, but it was awesome. Missiles! What the... Is that actually... Is that really the size of destroyers? That's bloody huge compared to my corvettes. No, that's a destroyer as well. Oh, right. It's showing me destroy... Right, never mind. I was very... That's my cruiser, isn't it? I bet that is my cruiser. Let's see. Where is cruising? There we go. Let's have a look at you. No, you are a destroyer. Do I have the cruiser here? Yeah, there we go. Oh no, that's not the cruiser. Is that a graphical bug? Because that looks ridiculous. That's not the size of a battleship. Regardless, I approve of it being here. Pirates, dead. There we go then. Go ahead and head back then, Yucatan. Go, return. Borders opened. Oh. Okay. We no longer see a reason to keep you locked out of our territory. Our borders are open to you again. Alright. Maybe I'll have a look into that one. Let's just have a look at this. Damage to hull, 100%. Damage to shields, 149%. Damage to armor, 49%. Hit ratio, evasion, We evaded a lot less. Corvette Seeker evaded 100%. Wow. Okay, that's amazing. The rest didn't really evade at all. But this is quite cool to see the relative hit chances of the various weapons that we had. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, there's a lot more information there now than there used to be, it seems. I approve. How long until the starbase is done? It's a little while. But while we're waiting, let's go ahead and have a look at our contacts then. You've opened your borders again. Ah. It's actually increasing.
Special project
By a fair bit.
actualized.
Right, Limbo. The vault is a tomb for hopeful immortals. Science officer Ambassador asserts that the huge blocks of ternary code found in the databanks are neural images, digitized brain scans. Doubtlessly, the aliens of Jormondir 4A considered this to be their only shot at any kind of survival following whatever calamity befell their planet. They did not have the means to resurrect themselves, but banked on the impossibly small hope that, eventually, someone else would have those means. We do not. We download their neural patterns for safekeeping. Very well. A dead alien's eye? No. No, we're gonna grab that. Despite the recent skill improvements owing to accumulated experience, scientist Ambassador seems to be approaching the limits of her ability. Oh no! I think they
Market outlier
just
identified.
leveled up and they've gotten Arrested Development. 5 of 8. That is actually quite painful, but you're very fast at surveying, so I'll allow you to stay. The movie detected some unusual energy readings emanating from this moon. Very well, go ahead, but that is a blow. That is quite the blow, I'll be honest with you. Not good. You're gonna live for ages. Well, there's not much we can do about it. You're never gonna get any higher. We may have a look at potential other leaders. Let's have a quick gander. Is anyone with any particular benefits here? No, not really. Not really. So for the time being, you can remain, but you are going to be permanently on exploration duty. I mean, you might like that though, so it's not necessarily the worst thing in the world. That's fine. Got rid of that one. Got rid of that. Got rid of that as well. Okay. But let's go back to our diplomacy, shall we? Let's reach out to you. Greetings, MegaCorp free traders. How fares
Upscaling complete.
business? Well, actually, reasonably good. Reasonably good. I'm fairly happy with it at the very least. We could affect this. You might be even easier for me to get into a commercial pact than the others, which is interesting. Alright, you aren't really a toxic asset. It wouldn't be a problem for me to trade with you. Okay, let's try and grease the wheels a little bit. I wouldn't mind some energy credits off you. What would you take in exchange? Would you take minerals? Let's see. No, you don't really need minerals. Okay. Consumer goods. Everyone seems to need consumer goods a stupid amount. And we're producing a decent amount of them, so sure. Let's go for this. Confirm. There we are. Hopefully that'll help out a little bit. Right, Blue Rose Undertakings has finished its construction queue. Excellent. That means that we can remove the clerks and push them into being more workers down here. Hopefully. We'll see.
Research actualized.
Yeah, getting there a little bit. Let's just have a look at this. It should generally improve our standing. Yeah, that's not bad at all. This is quite a favorable trade deal. Okay, we're going to continue to try and push that. We can probably get that all the way up to 100 with enough trade deals. It'll take us a while to do that, though. Right, new research. Wow, you really only want to look into the possibility of computing things. That's fine, I suppose. Anomaly discovery chance plus 10% and anomaly research speed plus 25%. This would be fantastic. Curator archaeology lab. This would be amazing to have. Yes, absolutely. And that's because we're currently accepting help from the curators. So yes, absolutely get that. Once we've finished here with the bubbles. Actually, bubbles, do we have someone? We have got someone who's better with military theory. That might be a good one to have. We've also got someone who's good with biology. But Masada, you're so good at working on surveying. I think we're going to keep you out there. But I wouldn't mind getting Sandman in here with their biology specialization. Sure. Sandman, you take over from Bubbles. Let's get Bubbles out there amongst the stars. Enjoy. It's a little bit like a holiday for you, Bubbles, really, when you think about it. Enjoy. And you've just got to level up, which is pretty cool. I want to encourage the right sorts of research breakthroughs to come along. The magnetic field of Y3A experienced a complete reversal while it was being observed by FC Nightland. This rare event has interchanged the positions of the moon's magnetic poles. Fortunately, it was all recorded by the sensors of our ship, providing our scientists with a lot of valuable data. Marvelous. I approve.
A system has been surveyed.
Okay. Yukafin has been fully repaired. Glorious. Have you got more jobs to do? Yes, you have. Okay. That's fine then. Continue to survey these systems once you're done with that. Actually, no. No, you know what I would like you to do? I'd like you to immediately head out here and survey these systems as a high priority. Because once again, I want to observe the systems that neighbor our allies faster than ones just out in the middle of an uncharted space. Wow, Duke Station is taking a long time to upgrade. That's a little bit of a pain, honestly. How's our growth going over here? Seems to be doing okay. I think we're basically going to need borders with another world in order to get any kind of immigration with them. Entered into a research agreement with the Hypnol League. Okay. A small and otherwise insignificant moon orbiting this gas giant appears to be on a trajectory that will soon result in the collision with this primary. Very well, go ahead and check that out. A little bit dismayed that they're all working so well together.
Identified.
A wavering signal haunts Jean Mardir 6A.
A system has been surveyed.
And also sensors pick up a rhythmic movement on the hellish surface of WoW 2C. Okay. Well, that one's fine. And I would also like this one to be researched. Please and thank you. Research grants edict affecting our empire has run out. Oh, fantastic timing. We've just got enough to start it again. I'm never going to have any money. That being said, healthcare recycling campaign, capacity overload. It'll take a lot to get. Go ahead with the research grants, though. We seem to be curbing some of the problems that we're having. It's happening slowly, but we are getting there. And we're doing a lot more research as we go, which is very, very important to us. Extremely important, in fact. They are growing, which is a problem. One of the many moons circling Quam 5 has a terminal orbit. It will soon collide with its gas giant in what is sure to become a massive impact event. This event has been millions of years in the making, and it is a startling coincidence that the impact has been fated to occur just after a visit by one of our ships. Many of our scientists wish to observe and record the event, but we only have a narrow window before it's too late.
Situation log revised.
Well, that's going to take a high priority then. Could you go ahead and check this out for me right now? Thank you. That should be fine. Rivalry.
Upscaling
okay.
complete.
So, you know, not everything is okay in paradise over there. Geothermal. The measured pounding observed from orbit is the motion of immense and ancient geothermal extractors, breathing their last. Built and then abandoned at some point in the distant past, the vast batteries of disintegrating machinery have been pumping up superheated fluids from the planet's core ever since. Their storage capacitors are all broken, leaking, but some energy can still be siphoned from them. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you. That worked out marvelously, I must say. Right. Okay, Duke Station is complete. Right, an emergency transmission buoy floats in gentle orbit around Jor Mondir 6A. Its outer casing is heavily damaged, seemingly by glancing weapons fire or a powerful explosion. It might be a Void Ferret model for civilian ships, designed to be ejected as an emergency measure should the comm system fail, but the extent of the damage makes it impossible to know for certain. It is repeating a weak, distorted signal. Clean up the transmission. It could be a trap. No, clean up the transmission, please.
Situation log revised.
Let's make sure that happens. Go to. Please return to orbit and research that for me. Thank you. Watch it be pirates. Of course it's going to be pirates. Oh wow, that actually gave us quite a lot of room. Okay. Well, first and foremost, we want a hangar bay. And secondly, well, we could get Hyper Lane Registrar. This will allow jump charge time minus 20%, jump cooldown minus 20%, combat disengagement chance plus 20%. This is our home world, of course. Nebula Refinery, we can't have that. It's not in a nebula. We could have this, which would allow my trade hubs to produce a little bit of extra money. Since it's the center, well, it's not strictly the center. It's actually on the edge, interestingly enough. Maybe we want something then. Disruption field generator. Curator think tank. Requires curator enclave in the system. Requires a diplomatic agreement with the local curator enclave. That would be amazing. It generates quite a lot of intelligence. No, I think we'll go for trade, I think. Yeah, we'll have an off-world trading company there. And up here, we'll build another trade hub. That'll help out a decent amount. And it'll also help out with the piracy in these systems.
Special project actualized.
The buoy has been verified as one of Void Ferret make, and the signal it's relaying has been stabilized. Void Ferret authorities, identify yourselves. Hello? This is the captain of the Luxian, a Void Ferret civilian transport. A former captain. The Luxian is gone. We were boarded by pirates and taken captive before they blew up the ship. Okay. Who captured you? I think they call themselves the Ransomers? The Ransomeers? At any rate, they're a vile bunch. We'd all be dead already if they didn't think they could get something for us from the MegaCorp free traders. I've overheard them discussing their demands. Okay. Country event. We will rescue you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Director. We're being held in some space station, but I have no idea where we are beyond that. I will increase the transmission burst now. It should let you triangulate the location of the prison from the energy buoy. ... Position recorded in the situation log.
Situation log revised.
Okay, we need to get out there. The Ransomeers. Band of pirates calling themselves the Ransomeers have kidnapped the crew of the Void Ferret private transport vessel. Track on map. Okay, that's quite a ways out there. We want... Can I upgrade you? The Isham class corvettes can be upgraded. Yes, do so. In fact, upgrade the everything. Do it now. We're going to send out the Yukofin to deal with that. It should be enough. I would hope it would be enough. I could send out my entire force if I want to, but I think I'll just send the Yukofin. Commercial Pact invitation. Oh, it wasn't invited to us. Wop wop. Everyone's over there having friends and stuff, and we're a million miles away. Can't do anything. Most vexing, I must confess. Most vexing. Okay, well, they're really happy with us at this point. Favorable trade is going down here. Bombardment policy. They don't like our bombardment policy. But otherwise, going pretty good. They're hitting our league, though. Neutral. Oh, okay. We can push this up by about 100. We won't be able to get that. But we would be able to get a research agreement. And a non-aggression pact, if we could do that. And a migration treaty, also. To a migration treaty this empire, our population will be able to freely move between both empires. I mean, it wouldn't be bad. For subsidiary status, though I don't want to be their vassal, no. If we can get up to the point of a research agreement, it would start increasing their trust. And once their trust is up, then we'll be able to look at getting a commercial pact. That'll be the way that we improve this, I think. I'm going to offer a trade deal. How about our comms and... Did I get their comms? I think we've already got it all, honestly. I could trade some volatile modes. I don't want to tend to 100, that's a lot. I'll give you 50 volatile modes. I'm going to take away my communications. Do I want to give you some minerals? Would you like some minerals? I'll take a couple, I suppose. I'll give you 500 minerals. That's quite a hefty amount. But honestly, the volatile motes, if I just send them 100 volatile motes, we get a significant boost to that. Let's send 250 minerals, 100 hot volatile motes. Gives us 44. Do you really want... Well, no, we're not going to send that. I'm just gonna give you this for now. We seem to be okay on credit, and I want to improve our relations quite a lot. There we are. A fine gift, Void Ferrets. You have our thanks. Glorious.
Market
Glorious.
outlier identified.
Okay. Nupran pulses steadily. Its seismology indicating an internal composition far denser than expected. What could be responsible for this surprising density? We will find out. We were successful in our attempt to record the collision between Quam 5 and its moon. The event was captured from several different angles and transmitted live throughout our space. Most importantly, our scientists under the leadership of Masada were able to record a large amount of valuable physics data that will surely benefit our research. Excellent. Wow, that pushed that up hard. Very nice. We can probably push it a little harder as well. But with that, we're just a little bit shy. Damn it. Okay, let's push it just a little bit more.
Through the claims interface, we can spend
Wrong
income.
thing. I don't want to make claims. I want to offer a trade deal. Ruin all of my hard work. Okay, I'm going to give you 200 consumer goods. And that's the lot I'm going to give you. Let's see how that one goes. Let's wait there for a moment. Thank you. Space has been researched probably. Right, let's have a look. 103. Perfect. Let's get things going. So, non-aggression pact, I'd need a little bit more work, but research agreement would be fantastic. Form a research agreement with this empire. This will give both empires a bonus to the research speed of all of the other empires' discovered technologies. This will increase their trust of us by plus 0.1 each month up to a maximum of 50. It will cost us 0.25 each month. It's perfectly fine. Make it happen. Let's get that going. There we go. That'll slowly improve things. Right. Eucofin, you're still being repaired. I think. Are you? Yeah, preparing for ship upgrades. Is Lahoidu currently upgrading? Well, I don't know which one's going right now. It's probably limited by our allies, actually. We've got some things happening, though. We need... Really? Have we actually... Oh, we've got a robot working there. Fantastic. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, let's have a quick look. I've got unemployed. We could get some more technicians there. These robots exist in a state of non-sapient servitude. Seems fine to me. It is requiring a bit of upkeep of energy, though. There. Perhaps, if I... Can I move them around? Can I move them around at all? No. No, I can't. That's a bit of a shame. We have got unemployed here. So for the time being, I'll allow you to work there. But I want another generator district, please. Let's get that on the go. We've also got some things going on in Nice. We've got an open slot over here. We've got the chemical plant up and running. Civilian industries would do okay. Would get us more consumer goods. And that's actually one of the main things that we're using to generate income. But this is what we really need. An energy grid. That is absolutely what we need. Let's get that built right now. I do want to get robot workers there, but that's going to have to wait. Eventually, I'll want one of those on every planet, ultimately, but
A system
this
has
will
been
help.
surveyed.
Excellent. Ooh, cosmic diamond. While the surface of Nupran appears to be an ordinary white dwarf, the star hides an intriguing secret. By studying Nupran's pulsations, the FC Nightline crew has discovered it is composition to be almost entirely crystallized carbon. This astronomical crystal lattice seems to have formed as the star cooled, originating in its gas-fusing core and growing outward over time. Nupran is a diamond of cosmological proportions, glinting behind a white veil of oxygen and helium. Fascinating. Okay, Curator Research Aid. The agreement we signed, giving you access to our databanks, has run its course. Would you like to extend it another 10 standard years, or do your researchers no longer require the information we offer? We would like to extend the deal, please, and indeed thank you. There we go. Perfect.
Research
approve.
actualized.
And there we go. Oh, thank goodness. We're no longer constantly in problems. Ah, happiest of days. Right, now, biology. You should actually have a fair bit of help with that. Unlocks building, the hyper entertainment forums is not what we want. Energy siphon. Modeled after the peculiar biological process observed in the Tayanaki, the energy siphon excites the energy transfer mediums of targeted enemy vessels. It's 100% shield damage, very little armor damage though. It's not terrible use, but I don't know, maybe habitability would be a better one. It would increase the happiness of our people a reasonable amount. I don't really want these right now. And claim influence and war exhaustion, not really something that we need to worry about. So sure, we'll go with that one for the time being. Alright, let's have a look at our overall size. We're 14 above our admin cap. We need to try and get that sorted. Alright, what have you got to do next? Okay, you've got a couple of things to search out next. We're still waiting on our ships to be fully
A system has been surveyed.
It's going to take some
Research
time.
actualized.
Oh, there we are. The mega alloy, the alloy mega forges. Fantastic. Ooh, an L-gate insight. Now that would be very nice. Robotic assault army and droid workers. Planet build speed. Production targets, mineral purification plants. No, we want to. Oh, it's a rare technology, but we kind of want to go for this really badly. That said, getting more minerals would be nice. There we go. Look at that. We're finally producing lots and lots of energy. Happiest of days. Mineral purification plants would be kind of cool on dedicated mineral worlds. Getting robotic assault armies or droids. Robot pops are capable of most pop jobs but are unable to perform rule jobs and more complex specialist jobs. I mean, it wouldn't be bad to get. But honestly, in terms of the amount of research points, we would get a bonus to this one in terms of our research, but I think it's going to be L-gate insights. We really want to unlock those if we can manage it. Right. Okay, how's the planet? The generator district is still on its way. That shouldn't be take us too much longer now.
Ships upscaled.
Oh, thank goodness. Which ships? Right, you go Finn, you're ready. Head on out. Need you over there. Oh. Okay. Head on out. Once you get there, scientists will check it out for us. Strategic resource discovered. During a survey of Nupran 6, the FC Night Glen discovered deposits of rare crystals. These crystals have properties that make them extremely efficient at focusing laser beams. They are also a critical component in most advanced electronics. In addition, many cultures treasure them as decorations and adornments. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should consider trying to get it. That's not happening, I'm afraid. Alas. Would be nice, but it's not going to be a thing that we do. Right, how are things going over here? Wiz? You're currently assisting research, aren't you? There's really no point in you assisting research. We're not generating any research there. I mean, you're getting levels, but when we have places that we need to explore, you should be out exploring them. I kept thinking that, oh, I'm bound to get some buildings there that would help out with that, but no, we're just not doing that, so there's really no point. Have a look over here. Current piracy minus 7.5. Yeah, Starbase Duke is projecting an enormous amount of protection to the system. Same over here, I imagine. So, given that, you actually don't need to move around. I'd need you to be stationary. So, cancel your orders. Just hang tight there. Honestly, that should be more than enough. Just a couple of Corvettes taking care of all of that for us. I could have you go back to...
Potential market survey completed.
Maybe I will actually have that happening. An unknown phenomenon has been discovered near the core... near core. It is causing light to be frequently refracted and occasionally even entirely blocked out. Okay. Actually, yeah, go back and resupply for that. We will eventually build up Ival to have 2 layers of... no, actually, we might not. I was going to say 2 layers of hangars, but probably won't. So this will be a good place to just have a couple of ships stationed. Honestly, I think moving forward, it makes a lot of sense for us to just use that to control that piracy than anything else. Right, let's have a look. You finished building the generator. So let's go ahead and make sure that at least some of you... Right, we need the farms. We actually do need them. You go ahead and work down there. We'll get another farming district built, though. Build that, please. And over in Neath... How are we doing here? Yeah, probably Neath needs an extra one as well. But we can't build anymore. We can only support 16 districts. That's a pain. Alright. Well, we can upgrade one of these. The upkeep will be 1 moat, but we're producing enough of that. So let's go ahead and do this, and we'll get even more foundry jobs. Get more alloys into the Empire would be very, very good. Non-aggression pact. Very well. Not something that we care about. That one's being researched. And we don't need to worry about this one. That's already been taken care of. Okay, moving on then. Let's go and check in on our contacts though. 102. Trust is +1. We could push this a little harder. And get up to a non-aggression pact. We'd have to push it quite hard actually. We could get the commercial back before then. Thinking about that, that'd be quite nice. Okay. Form defensive pact. Well, I think we're gonna just let our trust accrue for a little while. Eventually, we'll push a couple of trades in to get that. The anomaly found close by core, however unlikely, appears to be some type of rift in space. It's possible the great mass of core somehow caused it, but its nature is beyond our understanding. The rift not only refracts and blocks light, but seems to actually draw it in and then push it out repeatedly, as if it were breathing photons. It is likely the immense gravitational pull of the rift has at some point inhaled in other things as well, which is exercise caution. Okay, breathe in, breathe out. It can be studied from a safe distance. The FC Madcat is at risk. Leave now. No, we're going to issue the special project. Breathe in, breathe out.
Situation log revised.
Let us pursue this. Begin.
Potential market survey completed. Outlier identified.
An ancient orbiting shipyard drifts in silence above this world.
Upscaling complete.
It suffers significant battle damage. The entire section of the facility.
A system has been surveyed.
Wow, so many things going on. My lord. Duke Starbase has finished its construction. Wonderful. We could have a second hangar bay if we really wanted to. And that would mean that we wouldn't need any kind of piracy deterrent around here. There is that. But a trade hub would be better, in my opinion. Especially considering we're actually adding extra trade value to it. So, yeah, go ahead for the trade hub. I prefer to be bringing in more money. Just having a little fleet out there is not a big issue for us. They're going to be waiting a little while to get upgraded. And whilst that's happening, a little bit of piracy is going to be
Ships upscaled.
happening over there. Oh, there we go. You can just go here and station there for the time being. That should be fine. While conducting the survey of Core 2A, the FC Madcat detected the remains of an automated shipyard in orbit. It is at least 1,000 years old and seems to have been subjected to heavy missile barrage, but one of its manufacturing bays is still in working condition. Science Officer Masada is confident that power can be restored to the shipyard, but it would be a significant project. Yes,
Situation log
please.
revised.
My lord. Construction job.
Market outlier identified.
Bits and pieces of metal are strewn across AZ 1163's surface, encircling what looks like the hulk of a ship.
surveyed.
Oh my lord, so many things. The wreckage appears to be deserted, but energy readings remain. Research it. Many months have passed since the discovery of the rift near Core, without anything out of the ordinary happening, but now we have received reports of a large gathering of mineral-laden rocks pouring out of it. They are ours for the taking. Observation of the rift will continue. Excellent! Collect them swiftly. This is fantastic. I approve. Alright, let's go over here. We'll get our construction ship to head out and research our project. I think it only just got back to our space. It did. It took so long to get back there. Oh my lord. It's going to take so much time for it to get out there. Oh, it hurts. Oh well. This is what it is to be in space. However, let's go and have a look at some of our branch offices. You're doing okay. You're doing reasonably good. Could we perhaps get some more? Let's have a quick gander, shall we? Sol. It's 14 there. Yeah, you're on Sol 3. Solve 3. That's fantastic. How about you? Nothing much there. You seem to be setting up pretty heavily, though. Nothing else much there. Yeah. Let's have a look at you. Only 3. Not really worth it for us. How about you? Only 3. Once again, not really worth it for us. It'll take us some time to find some other good sites, but over time, this should help us. How close are you to the next pop goal? Population of 38. You're actually quite far away. How about Sol? 32. Not far behind, as it happens. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Okay. Blue Rose Undertakings has built another district, so we should be fine there for a little while.
Upscaling
there we are.
complete.
Research agreement. Alright. The Duke Starbase has finished its construction queue. Fantastic. That means the Lahoido. Oh. Lahoido is not yet ready. Stranded scientist. The wreckage of asteroid AZ-1163 is the remnants of a vessel belonging to a now stranded scientist, Jashfarb, identifying themselves as belonging to the hitherto unknown species. From amidst the wreckage, she somehow managed to contact Lambusado, the science officer stationed aboard the FC math machine, and is requesting to be rescued. She explains that her collision was due to malfunctioning navigational sensors, and that she has been unable to leave the asteroid for several years. She claims her scientific knowledge to be without equal, and that she would be a valuable asset. She points to her survival as proof of that. Yes, she may join. Okay, let's have a look at our leaders then. I assume that she joined the leaders. There she is. Okay, not bad. Research speed plus 10. Very nice. How about you? Research speed plus 15. You're a level 4. She's a much higher level. Okay. Well, you're switching out spots then. Sorry about that. But this seems to be the most sensible course of action. Right, we've got the gene clinics. We've got a lot of generators here. We could go for another energy grid. Numismatic Shrine. Trade value and amenities. Priests. Society research. I mean, it wouldn't be terrible. Research labs. Finally, we could do that. It's a tricky one, actually. And it matters a lot more than it used to. But I think, ultimately, given how much energy districts we've got, it might be worth us getting the energy grid. Either that or the Numismatic Shrine. I was really holding off on building that here, but no, we're going to build that one. The reason being is that we're projecting enough force from Neath to not have to worry about piracy. And that was part of the reason why I wanted to avoid it before. So that should be okay for now. Could we upgrade this station at all? I would very much like it. We need a lot more. Wow, okay. What are we waiting on? It is Lahoido still waiting on a lot of upgrades there. Okay, well let's go check you out. Have we got anything going on in the shipyard? How much will that take? Doesn't tell me how much it's going to take. Okay. The latest data report from the Rift's observation probe tells us that the Rift has vanished. After drawing in its last breath, the Rift closed and left behind not even a trace of its energies. Okay. However, the data collected over time has furthered our physics studies. Oh, that's actually not a bad return, to be fair. It could have been so much better, but... Shared knowledge. The recent scientific edition of Javab has put her knowledge of technology to good use. Her shared insights have pushed our physics research to new heights. Our research in technologies is furthered.
Research actualized.
Okay. Wow. Encountered in Raltree. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in Raltree. These objects are being flagged as the Heth aliens. Let's pause that again. Has this just pushed it forward twice? Subspace sensors. Okay, very nice. Sensors that detect the subspace fluctuations are left in the wake of traveling starships. Their sensitivity and range is greater than that of gravitic sensors arrays. Okay. And let's just carry on going. We've just got free research. And Defense Grid Supercomputer. A powerful supercomputer coordinating the relative orbit and firing arcs of the starbase's defense platforms, increasing the number of defensive platforms that can be supported. Ooh. Wow. Okay. Defense platforms +8? Now that is seriously good stuff. I massively approve. Well, we don't need this anymore. That's outdated technology at this point. Oh, this is fantastic. Bringing them on board was a really good idea. In 1 month, we're going to get the curators research as well.
Actualized.
There we go. Fantastic. Now then, what are we going to go for next? We can get barrier point defense. We could get research station output. We could get improved deflectors. Increasing the defensive capabilities of our ships would be nice, but getting this would also be incredibly good. Alright, yeah, let's go for that. Level 3 of it. Oh, I like it. This is marvelous. Bringing them on board was a good decision. You have almost finished it. Has that just automatically increased our sensor range? I don't know. Either that or we can just see the Tianaki now. No, I think it has just straight up increased our sensor ranges on our ships. That's actually pretty cool. We've got the Heth aliens down there. Let's go ahead and investigate them. Heth aliens. There we are. We've still got our construction ship on the way. It's going to take a little while to get out there, but oh well, that's just the way it's going to be. For now, though, things seem to be going reasonably well for us. We seem to be expanding out quite nicely.
A system
really
has
want
been
that
surveyed.
build still, but it's going to be a little while for us to get there. Right, for now, search that one and then this one before we go in there. We don't know
Outlier
anything about
identified.
them. We are picking up life signs from somewhere within the interior of
Upscaling
this asteroid.
complete.
Very well. Right, Blue Rose Undertakings has finished its construction queue. That means that we now have the Numismatic Shrine. Let's go and have a look at you. Wait, what? How have we got... What? 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 How? Species.
The species screen lists all types of nominally intelligent beings we have encountered. We can toggle species to display only citizens of our empire or all known denizens of the galaxy.
Don't show again. Apparently, we had one human, and now we have multiples, and they're breeding. There's more of them. I can only assume that she came either these are humanoids, as it says they actually, and they breed asexually. They kind of go through a kind of form of mitosis. They just kind of split. Maybe they just eat a lot of chocolate for a while, and they kind of start excreting some sort of mucus from the pores of the skin, and it eventually hardens into a cocoon, and then 2 humans emerge from it later on. Either that, or cloning is happening. Either way, I think I'm okay with this. Wasteful though, pop consumer goods increase, pop growth from immigration plus 15%, resettlement costs are less, that's quite nice. Adaptive, and they have continental preference. I'm 100% alright with this. Actually, also we can pretty much have it any planet now, I think. If we have our robots, we could just go onto any planet if we particularly want to. That isn't so bad. We wouldn't want to because that would increase our administrative cap quite dramatically, but still, not the worst thing in the universe. But yeah, we're getting humans. How marvelous. Got 1 robot, 1 human on there. Any on Neath yet? No, none on Neath yet. But that's fine. You can give preference to a certain species if you really want to. You might want to do that. To be honest, it might be quite useful. Sure, I'm going to allow the clerk jobs now to be enabled, and I'm going to allow all of the mineral mining jobs too. In terms of specialists, we've got an enforcer, 2 medical workers, which is great. 2 priests already. So, the priest job produces society and unity. A lot of unity. Actually, quite a lot. Compared to how much we're producing, those priest jobs are amazing. Then rulers. 2 merchants who are just producing amenities and trade value. Well, wow. The trade value in this route should actually be quite high now then, I suppose. Have a look. Ooh. Okay, they're producing a lot more trade value than I was expecting. a lot more trade value than I was expecting. I might actually need an extra hangar over here. That was not something I anticipated at all. I might need Ashik to build up a little bit more. Get this space station up to the a more powerful one, and just pop down one hangar bay. But I really wanted to just go for anchorages here. Still, sorry, Ashik. All right. Well, we're gonna need a long while to get the alloys that we need. How is Neath doing with its construction? The alloy mega forges. Because once we've got one of these, it'll produce more jobs than the two of these together. I'm not sure. I may, at that point, get rid of one of these and pop down a dream clinic or something like that. Might be useful instead. We'll see. We'll see.
Outlier identified.
Inferior imaging of Jinkath 7
Special
suggests
project
massive
actualized.
underground caverns right below the planet surface. Go ahead and research that. Reports of deep space drones in certain systems have been investigated. The drones appear to be the workers and custodians of an autonomous orbital mining operation established millennia ago, and then soon abandoned by all but the drones themselves. Judging by the state of the processing equipment, their purpose is obvious enough: mining. But who it is that tasked them is not immediately apparent. What is obvious is that no shipment of minerals has been retrieved from this system in hundreds, if not thousands of years. They may be old drones, but they should be kept under close watch by the Ferrocorp Free Traders. Establish a listening post on Neath.
Situation log
Study.
revised.
Let's get that going. It's 27 months. Wow. That's not a small one. But okay, we are going to have to wrap things up there, given the time I am terribly sorry to say. I do hope you've enjoyed today's episode, though, and will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care, everyone.